and we can proceed with the ending of the conference. And now this is with Professor Irene, and I believe also Professor Samuel Idovu. By now, I don't know. I give the word to you.
I think at this moment, I think it's with the best paper award presented by Professor Nika Paudi, President of the Global Corporate Governance Institute.
Thank you. One of the hardest tasks we've had at this conference is identifying the best papers. And this has created all kinds of behind the scenes debate. So, but the problem is we have too much quality rather than not enough quality. So we've found I'm sorry to say, 5 papers that we think are so good that they're worthy of being identified as the best papers. I will tell you the titles, and given my limited facility with foreign languages, I'm simply going to mention the first names of the authors of these papers. The first paper to be recognized as a best paper has the title, "Do the ESG Factors Affect a Bank Insolvency? A Study Applied to Spanish Credit Cooperatives." And the author of this paper, two authors, Antonio and Natalia, both from the Pontifical University. The second paper to be so identified, its title is "Consumer Perceptions of Corporate Social Responsibility, Socioeconomic Benefits in an Undeveloped Country." And the authors here are Zamira and Barry. And this is worth noting because it's a product of people from 2 different parts of the world. Zamira from the University in Tashkent, and Barry from the State University of New York at Oswego. The third paper, Do Maternal Instinct Matters in Child-Friendly CSR Practices? A Closer Look at Malaysian Public Policy. And here we have 5 authors, Zubaida, Mizier, Noor, and Sarita. The fourth paper, CSR in Human Resources Management, is entitled "The Role of Consumer Attitudes in Explaining the Profit Impact of Female Empowerment at Work." And here we have 2 authors, Bjorn Frank and Manu Konishi. And finally, the 5th paper that we were delighted to identify as a best paper is entitled "Responsible Finance" by Cornelia Casso. Now in the past, when we had in-person meetings, we would usually give some sort of a substantial prize. Usually we gave $1 million. No, I'm not serious about that. We would give something substantial. This year, since we cannot meet in person, I'll not even present you with a box of chocolates. We've come up with what we think and hope is a much better reward. Each of you will be invited to our next conference, and you will not have to pay the registration fee. So we will waive the registration fees and look forward to having all of you authors participate in our next conference, hopefully with some additional excellent papers. So on behalf of the scientific committee and all of the people who worked so hard and argued so strenuously for their choices as to which was the best paper, I want to thank them. And this has been, as a result, one of the more rewarding conferences for me in terms of the interaction that didn't take place in person, but did take place in the arguing over which are the best papers.
I have to say, if I can, I have to say that there isn't an order in these 5 papers, because they are chosen by track, by theme and subject, and we have there isn't an order. It's 5 because we have good papers in this conference, and are so difficult to change just one. And we, the scientific committee, are chosen 5, and there isn't no order. It's all of them, all these 5 is the best papers. Thank you.
Okay, I think gradually coming to ending this very interesting and informative conference. Although we were not able to physically go to Lisbon, which it really means I went there, I went to pave the way. And I was very impressed with all the things I saw in Lisbon and around Lisbon. So I had been looking forward to going there last year, but of course, we were not to be able to predict that the pandemic would not let us go there last year and this year as well. So we are very grateful to everybody. All these are attendees from all over the world. Without you, there'll be no GCGI. And we have to rely on great people, great individuals like all of you. And like I said, without you, we would have been able to hold this conference. And of course, like I said in one of our sessions yesterday, the whole idea is that this GCGI will go on forever, for eternity. When I have gone, we have all gone. Everybody, it will carry on. And of course, I'm sure it will do. But we cannot forget, and I'm sure people are still going to say things, we cannot forget but thank Irene. Irene is a very, very great lady. And I'm so delighted to count her as one of my best friends around the world. She has been marvelous. And of course, without the support of our bosses, Professor Bilo, I saw in Lisbon about 24 months ago. Yeah, it was 2019. Yeah, in a couple of months, it'll be 24 months. And I was taken around. I was taken to nice restaurants. I was fed. I was given loads of things to drink. I couldn't take everything in. Thank you so much for everything, Professor Bello, and Professor Gomez as well. Thank you for your support. Like I said, that's your paper in our journal. I'm sure I haven't been able to see how many citations that you have received for it, but it was an excellent paper. It was a top paper. If we were given prizes, you will have won one of the prizes when the paper was published. Thank you very much, everybody. And of course, all those who have supported us, either directly or indirectly, we are very, very grateful to you. So I'm now going to hand you over to my other colleagues if they have anything to say. Rene will say something before our guest of next year, or our host of next year, will say what she has to say.
Yeah, also from my side, thank you to everybody. It has been a wonderful experience. Thank you to Irene, but also to Nick, who made this 7 years ago all happening and starting. It's a wonderful journey. And as Sam said, this journey will never end. And I feel like really belonging to a community. We said many familiar faces, and this is really nice to see you even in a pandemic. It gives hope to all of us. As we all see, we are standing now at a crossroad for our planet, for our people, for the peace in the world. So I think it's really good to see that it's not just to one, but to a whole community to change things. And I'm sure we can change things. And I'm also very happy to see that it's continuing, that we already have a plan for next year, the years to coming. I'm also sure that we will sometime also be in Lisboa again, physically. I'm really hoping that, because I felt all the friendliness, even in a Zoom and a virtual conference like this, you could really feel how welcoming your country is and what a wonderful European country you are, and how much you are open to the world, and how hardworking and also intelligent you are all together. So it was a fantastic picture of you. but also all the participants, at least those I could follow, presented wonderful pieces of information, academic work. And you can definitely see that maybe some years ago when we started, it was a small niche. It was kind of a crazy group of people who wanted to change the world. But now I guess we are a strong community belonging to the world, and the world belongs to us. And I think we are just started to think the future together, and I'm sure this bright future will happen to all of us. At least that's what I wish for all of us, that we all have a bright future, even in the pandemic and especially afterwards. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done, Nick.
Thank you.
Well done, Rene.
I think Bello, Antonio Bello, you have to say something to us. We don't hear you.
Hello to all. A special greeting to my colleagues in this closing session. In these 3 days, all of you discuss countless subjects on corporate social responsibility, sustainability, ethics, and governance. And I am sure that every participant in this conference end this conference with greater knowledge in these areas and more motivated to continue striving to influence companies and organizations to follow responsible and sustainable and ethical policies. But at the same time, everyone must be very tired and looking forward to the weekend. So I will say just a few words. The first words is to thank Nick, Samuel, and René for inviting us to organize this 7th conference. It was a great honor for us to organize this conference, and I think it was a great conference. I wish so, like Samuel said, also I wish so much that you can be in person in Lisbon. Lisbon is a magnificent city, and I am sure everyone who doesn't know yet, it would be delighted. Remains the hope that one of the next conferences can be held again in Lisbon, but now physically, not virtually. Another aspect that I'm sorry that you're not here in person is that I cannot ask a deserved applause to Irene and to the entire team who did a fantastic job in organizing this conference. So thank you, Irene, and all of the team. Finally, under normal conditions, I would be wishing you a safe trip home. However, most of you are already home, so rest to wish you a safe and healthy year for everyone until the next conference. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Brello. I have to say that all of this, I think it's beginning with in 2018 when I met the Global Corporate Governance Institute in Santander in Spain with the conference in 2018. And I thank you for all of your kind words and warm words too. And I say I desire a good day where you are, and our event was a great success, and we would like to thank you all colleagues for their support. To all who contribute to the conference, thank you for all the great work. It is fair to conclude that the conference was a great success with participants from 40 countries who during the conference made us believe that we were in the same time zone. To the participants for all their great scientific contributions and for many fruitful scientific discussions and interactions. Great word, congratulations to the keynote speakers, Professors Bert Scholtens, Elizabeth Froelich, and Lucia Lima Rodrigues, who enriched our conference. to the session chairs for energizing the panels and for providing us with scientific discussions of great interest to the success of the conference. I thank you, my colleagues from the organizing committee who follow us in this real challenge for all of us, to be together but safe. Both of Lisbon Accounting and Business School President Professor Orlando Gomes and Vice Presidents Pedro Pinheiro and Fernando Carvalho. A word for Vice President of Lisbon Polytechnic Institute, Professor Antonio Belo, for supporting the conference in various ways from the beginning in 2020. I owe many thanks to Scientific Committee. So many people contribute in several ways to make this event a ask-free meeting with many interesting presentations and a very good environment for discussing and networking. To the IT team and the SCAL students who ensure the sessions with high quality technical level, my colleagues Ana, Alissa, Carla Martinho, Elsa Negas, Maria Carlos, and Paul Peters are especially grateful for their great collaboration in virtual realization of the conference. It was a great meeting. I keep in my heart many emails I received from the participants before and during the conference. I'm sure we have created a scientific network for the future. You all make our wish come true. This conference is a memorable one. Thank you all.
I think you now need to introduce our host for 2022 so that they can say what they want to say to us. Irene, or do you want me to do that? I can do that if you want.
Can I share the screen?
Yes,
Irene?
I share the screen, yeah. Well, what do you say? Please.
Okay, I think, all right, very good. Thank you.
Okay.
On behalf of Chancellor John Pierre and Southern University Law Center, I invite all of you to Baton Rouge for next year. I will be standing on the shoulder of giants. I'm going to need some advice from Irene. But Baton Rouge, Louisiana is a very special town. Southern University Law Center, where I teach. Let me see if I can get my links to work. Apparently they are not active at the moment. But Southern University Law Center is a historically Black law school, one of 4 in the United States, and we're part of the only Black university system in the United States. About 53% of our students are African American, and about the same or more of our faculty. It is truly an innovative place. It is truly where you will see diversity and acceptance in action. It is also in a very interesting spot overlooking the Mississippi River, beautiful bluffs right there, one of the biggest river systems and most important river systems in the world. And we're very, very close to a large refinery, oil refinery. So in addition to dealing with diversity issues and racial issues, we also have dealt with environmental issues. So you'll be able to see that. We're very close to New Orleans. We're a short distance from New Orleans, so you'll enjoy all that it has to offer in terms of Zydeco music, Walking to New Orleans. So laissez les bons temps rouler on New Orleans. But in addition to Creole, which is what New Orleans is, we also are close to Cajun. And the Cajun country is west, so you'll be able to see the largest freshwater swamp system on the planet, and perhaps see some alligators, certainly a lot of birds and other flora and fauna. in addition to our wonderful food, jambalaya, gumbo, maybe a crawfish boil or two. If you want Creole food instead, there's oysters Rockefeller, uh, um, trout almondine or trout meunière. So wonderful delights to eat, music, and a beautiful, beautiful country. I can't wait to welcome you all to Southern University Law Center in Baton Rouge next June in 2022.
Thank you very much, Nadia. That is an open invitation to all of us. So like I said in a couple of emails to Nick, all road now lead to Baton Rouge. That's where we are going. 2022, Baton Rouge, here we come. Thank you very much, everybody. We hope that you have thoroughly enjoyed the conference. I have, albeit virtually. Well, this was beyond our control. There was nothing we could have done about it. I'm sure we'll all have been going around. After this session, they will have taken us around Lisbon today, and we'll have been seeing places and things like that. But never mind. We are coming back to Lisbon. It has been said, but we are going to keep that in the wrap. We will not say it when we are coming back there. We are coming back physically, all being well. Thank you so much for making 2021 a very successful conference for us all. And we look forward to seeing you all in Baton Rouge. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Have a nice weekend.
Have a nice weekend too.
A bientôt.
Bye. Bye, Nadia.
Bye, Irene. I'll need your help.
Yes, I'm available. Yeah.